Now you can listen to Wine and Dine Radio while shopping at the grocery store or your neighborhood wine merchant. Wine and Dine Radio can be heard using your wireless internet on your cell phone. You're listening to iWineRadio. iWineRadio is a production of Food Tastes Better with Wine on the web at iWineRadio.com. Hey guys, I thank you for listening to iWineRadio, and we are still the only wine channel on iTunes Radio. If you go look under iTunes radio icon and scroll down to News and Talk Directory, and it's listed alphabetically, click on that and the stream comes up immediately. iWineRadio.com, where you can find links to individual guests. And if anyone's interested in advertising or becoming an underwriter or sponsor, please contact us at iWineRadio.com. We really, really appreciate your support. The more support we get, the more conversations I can have with fascinating people around the world, including you. If you have a story to tell that you'd like to share on iWine Radio, go to iWineRadio.com and contact us, and we'll go from there.
Hello, my name is Shannon Pradish, and I am one of the founders of Izakaya. It's a Japanese pub fest located in Portland, Oregon at the Jupiter Hotel. This first annual event is happening on November 16th from 5:30 to 9 p.m. You can learn more about this event and future events to come at celebrateizakaya.com.
I have been interested in this event for quite some time. I mean, maybe going back to spring or beginning of the summer, when I received the first press release on a very interesting and unique event that's going to take place in Portland, Oregon on November 16th from 5:30 to 9 p.m. The simple way to express this in one word is Izakaya. And Izakaya is basically a Japanese custom. It's a traditional Japanese pub where patrons go to unwind and enjoy good company, small plates, and drink. Well, this event is going to include a lot of art, music, food, and drink. And the main food is going to be saké. And the brainchild behind this event is Shannon Pradish of Scene Marketing Group. This was her idea. Shannon, thank you so very much for joining us today, and tell us all about this.
Thank you for inviting me on today. Yes, it was a brainchild of our entire team, in fact. It was something that we had discussed and has now been in the works for almost 13 months now. We really wanted to take a different route. We often specialize in the food and beverage events here in Portland and work with many different contacts around here, but wanted to go in a different direction and put our own stamp on something that we could create. With the sake around here in Oregon, it actually is, Oregon happens to be one of the top consumers per capita of sake.
Wow.
And yeah, we like our drinks over here, and not just wine and beer. Portland is known as being the beer capital of the world per capita. We have the most microbreweries within the Portland city limits. We have our wonderful Willamette Valley with Pinot Noirs and some fabulous reds along the Columbia River. But what most people don't realize is that we are also very much supporters of the sake beverage here. But not just that. I think in part what we also enjoy is just pub culture. And we want to take it a step beyond just the alcohol and the spirit itself and tie in what an izakaya is, which is a type of restaurant. It's like a cafe or a bistro, but it's a type of restaurant in Japan where people sit down for about 2 to 3 hours with their friends or family and eat and drink, and they've got small plates that they share. And there's some different types of food, not necessarily sushi that's being served. Mm-hmm. And so we wanted to tie that aspect of the pub culture and the Japanese culture in general into the festival itself.
I had a question that I just have to ask because I'm dying of curiosity. In Portland, Oregon, is there a large Japanese community?
There is a Japanese community here, and in fact, our nonprofit that is a part of the organization in this event itself is actually one of the oldest nonprofits in America. JASO, or the Japan America Society of Oregon, was founded in 1907. It's 105 years old, and with almost 1,200 members, they have 195 corporate members and 400 individual members. They actually sponsor a variety of cultural and educational and business programs throughout the year, in addition to serving as a resource on Japan for members in the community. So that is one of our nonprofits, and the other is Travel Portland. Travel Portland is actually one of the largest CVBs in the United States. They have over 1,000 business partners and a very busy visitor information center that supports our year-round hospitality in the state of Oregon.
Whoa. What does the economy look like in Portland, Oregon? Are a lot of people out of work, or is it a pretty healthy economy?
Well, I can't necessarily say that I'm an expert to that. I would have to say that it probably at this point depends upon who is involved in what industry. But I would definitely say that our strong, vibrant, creative community here really supports each other. We're about 80% small businesses here in Portland, and we have a very strong community here that loves to work with each other. And so I think this pub festival definitely represents that.
So the kind of food that, and you say, sushi is almost cliche. So I say, or I'm reading here, steaming udon, or soba noodles. I love soba noodles. In particular,
right.
Buckwheat is my favorite.
Right. Yeah, I think that in part some of the information that we wanted to impart with the event itself was not necessarily positioning ourselves as experts. We wanted to expand our own knowledge base and use the event as a way of exploration. I think everybody understands to a certain extent what saké is, but maybe not even realize that you can pair saké with something outside of the sushi world, that it actually pairs very well with a number of different foods, even cheese.
Ooh.
But then we also wanted the food selections to represent the Izakaya culture as well. So you have everything from a goat curry rice and a winter squash curry for our vegetarian clientele that are coming, 3 sesame pork with quail egg and mamimi glaze. We've got some Thai-style steamed buns with sweet shredded pork that's going to be at the event. And if your mouth is not watering yet, then you probably shouldn't be listening to this.
Yes. Oh, my gosh. You are so lucky. And you can go to restaurants in Portland and buy that?
These are all, amazingly enough, local restaurants. And we really tried to work with some of the restaurants here that truly represent the Izakaya culture. And so we went about, and it took us a little bit of time. This is something new to the Portland market, and so some of these restaurants hadn't even been invited to other events like this before. So, and some of them are awfully small, but we really have enjoyed working with them, and we're very excited to be able to taste all these things under one roof in one night.
So talk to us about the fashion and the music part of this event.
Well, we've got a number of different artists involved in Izakaya, the event, and some of them are artists in the traditional sense of maybe what you would think of in artwork. One of them is Taka Sudo, and Taka lives in Vancouver, BC. He is an internationally recognized artist, and he does sort of a street-style artwork, and he's extremely talented. we're very, very lucky to have him come down actually to the venue a few days in advance, and he's actually going to be painting. He's going to start a mural about 2 to 3 days in advance, and he's going to finish it live, and it's going to be a custom mural painted inside one of the hotel rooms right off of the main venue space. So you can actually walk in and watch him finish this huge artwork built into the room itself. It's going to be amazing.
And we haven't even mentioned that this is taking place at the Jupiter Hotel.
Right, yes. The Jupiter Hotel is located in southeast Portland, within walking distance of downtown. It is a mid-century renovated hotel, motor-inn hotel, and it's located on 8th and Burnside. It's very well known for its cultural creativity, and it supports the local artists and the Portland community, as well as being open to many people of all sorts of communities and interests around the world.
Okay, now tease people also with the fact that you have a DJ coming.
Right. We have DJ Satoshi. He's an international artist from Japan, and he's going to be spinning the entire event. He's in the past done fashion shows in clubs such as Christian Dior, and we're very lucky to have him come out of retirement for the night, and he's actually going to spin just for this event, and we're extremely excited and very pleased, because that is also unusual to have a DJ that's willing to spin for the entirety of the event. So, and then in regards to the fashion, there is a fun little portion of our floor plan called the Maid Cafe. And about 10 years ago, this restaurant concept started popping up in Japan. And it's basically where the waitresses are dressed as in sort of a French maid outfit.
Oh, boy.
A little cliche and a spin-off of cosplay. And so we have our own pop-up maid cafe as part of one of the floor plans.
And can people come dressed then as a French maid to participate in this, or is it just something to watch?
You know, certainly Portland is very much, they do love their costumes, and whether or not you have an event to go to or not, some people, that's just part of their day, and certainly we don't even think twice about it over here. It's come one, come all, and if they are interested in showing up in whatever their perception of an izakaya is, then we're more than excited to see what that looks like.
So in addition to sake, there is going to be different varieties of beer and shochu?
Shochu, yes. Shochu is a Japanese distilled spirit.
Yes, I've had some, and it was very interesting. And obviously, people can buy it there. In Oregon, do people buy it at a state store or at a independent retail?
Well, our state liquor is controlled by the OLCC, and so we have liquor stores, and that's the only place that you can buy.
But they actually sell.
Alcohol.
They actually sell shochu in the liquor stores there.
Yes, you can buy them in certain locations, including one of our sponsors of the event, Sake One, which is an amazing local sake producer. They do it in a very traditional Japanese style, and they also bring over shochu and sell it in their tasting room. I always highly encourage people because it's kind of fun. Their tasting room is out in the Oregon wine country, so and you have a really beautiful tasting room to go and visit as well.
Shannon Pradish, thank you so very much for joining us today.
Yes, thank you. We really appreciate it.
Now you can listen to Wine and Dine Radio while shopping at the grocery store or your neighborhood wine merchant. Wine and Dine Radio can be heard using your wireless internet on your cell phone. You're listening to iWineRadio. iWineRadio is a production of Food Tastes Better with Wine on the web at iWineRadio.com. Hey guys, I thank you for listening to iWine Radio, and we are still the only wine channel on iTunes Radio. If you go look under iTunes radio icon and scroll down to News and Talk Directory, and it's listed alphabetically, click on that and the stream comes up immediately. iWineRadio.com, where you can find links to individual guests. And if anyone's interested in advertising or becoming an underwriter or sponsor, please contact us at iWineRadio.com. We really, really appreciate your support. The more support we get, the more conversations I can have with fascinating people around the world, including you. If you have a story to tell that you'd like to share on iWine Radio, go to iWineRadio.com and contact us, and we'll go from there.